Hey there, welcome to Cheaper Jeeper TV. In our previous episode of 5 useful upgrades for a used JK, we discussed headlights as being one of them. Let's have a look. If you didn't see the post, there's still an opportunity for you to enter the 2000 subscriber appreciation gift draw. Thanks to all who have subscribed, and make sure you enter before this Friday, and the winners will be announced in the video launched on December 22nd, just in time for the holidays. If you talk to anybody, they'll let you know that the stock headlights in the JK were abysmal. They were not very bright, and a lot of people choose to upgrade them by putting in new bulbs, putting in LED bulbs, or even whole LED headlight replacement units. And you'll find that they range in price. So I got on the phone and was seeking some advice, and I heard that the Oracle 7-inch LED lights with the halo were a decent product for the JK, so that's what I decided to go with. So in this video, we'll talk about how to install them, and then in our tips segment, I'm going to let you know about the pitfalls that you'll run into if you follow my lead. And let's just say the word to describe my experience is fiasco. Okay, let's get started. Well, it's time to unbox the Oracle lights. There's Lenny to lend a paw. Here's a set of some basic instructions. There's an Oracle sticker. And here are the lights, and I'm concerned now because I see it's more than just plug and play. There's a couple pigtail wires there that it looks like I'll have to be doing some splicing. That was a bit of a surprise to see those wires because I was told this was going to be plug and play. And now here are the two adapters, one for each light, an H4 to H13 adapter. Time to start the install. The installation is quite easy actually. Once you lift the hood, you'll see 6 plastic pins at the top of your front grille. You just have to pop out those 6 pins to remove the grille. Just use a straight edge screwdriver or a pry tool like I have here, and pop up the middle of that plastic pin, and once you do that, you could pull the whole pin out, or if you happen to pull the middle section out like I did here, you can pop out the remaining part. So then you just remove the remaining 5 pins and you'll be ready to pull the grille away from the Jeep. With the top of the grille free, just a few tugs along the base will release the grille from the Jeep. You could see here the metal alligator clips that were holding on the bottom of the grille. When you reinstall the grille, they just go back in the same place. Now let's go have a look at what's remaining connected to the grille. There's the signal light bulb that just twists off the bayonet mount, and you take it off both sides. And once that's done, you're free to remove the grille and put it in a safe place. And that's it. We're now ready to remove our stock headlights. We just need a Torx 15 screwdriver to remove the 4 screws per headlight, and the metal bezel that surrounds the light we will retain so that we could use it with our new lights. With the 4 screws and the bezel removed, it's now possible to remove the light. The red tab on the connector just needs to be pushed to the back with a flathead screwdriver, and then squeeze the back of the connector and pull it away. By using the H4 to H13 connector, the new LED light could be connected to the Jeep and installed right away. The splicing of the pigtails we'll discuss shortly. For now, just carefully put all the connector wires into the housing and then align this notch on the housing with the tab on the LED light. Once you have them aligned, you hold the light in place and secure it with the bezel and put in the 4 screws. Ultimately, splicing into your signal light wires is required to get the halos to work with these lights. Although I thought they were plug and play, this was necessary, so I used these T-tap connectors, also known as Scotch clips. And then I used the wiring guide provided by Oracle Online. It was not in the package. And then you just simply repeat the process for the other headlight. If you don't want to order Scotch clips online, you could always find them at an audio electronics store. With the wiring all done, we can complete the installation by putting the grille back in place. We take the signal lights and twist them back in and push the bottom of the grille into those slots. Put the 6 plastic pins back in and we should be ready to go. Well, so far so good. They look pretty good. There's the halos, there's the driving lights, there's the high beams, and there's the daytime running lights. Oh, it's the high beams at full strength. Well, that's not acceptable. We'll discuss that in our tips segment. Okay, that looks all well and good, but let's discuss some tips that you might want to know about before you embark on this venture. Now for some Jeeper tips. So although you'll see a lot of units describe themselves as plug and play, what they really mean is to have the H4, H13 connector that you can plug into each other. But what they don't tell you is that you're going to have to splice into your daytime running lights, or in some cases your fuse box. I was looking for plug and play, and what I've learned is that if you wanted something like that, you're going to have to go for the more expensive options, and they are quite pricey. If you decide to go with a unit like the Oracle, you'll find the issue where the daytime running lights are the high beam and they are not dimmed at all, so you're driving around with your full high beams on during the day, and that's not acceptable. Now there are some solutions. You could buy these resistors that help dim that light, and they're about $120 a pop, so now you're adding about 240 Canadian on top of your price of your lights already. And that's getting up to the price of the more expensive units that have everything that you should have. Another solution is to perhaps put in a ProCal unit in your Jeep and then program the daytime running lights to run off of your fog lights, which is okay if that's acceptable in your province or state. But there is another option. There's the OBD2, which you can plug into your OBD port, and that you just have to download and pay for the app. And the combined price of the OBD2 unit and the app will run you close to about $40 or $50. So that's a more cost-effective solution to program where your daytime running lights will operate. So if you're going to choose to go that route and save a little bit of money and get a cheaper LED unit, you might run into some other issues too. I noticed in mine when the high beams were set that they flickered a little bit. The other thing that I'd warn you to be careful about is if you do look at some of the cheaper LED headlights that they sell on Amazon for cheaper than these oracles is that they only give you 6-month warranty. So, you know, what does that tell you? People were finding issues with their lights fogging up or water collecting inside them. So I think it's a case of you get what you pay for. So all in all, the LED lights are an expensive proposition. As noted by a couple other subscribers in the channel like Dieter, I'll put a link to the light bulbs, the halogen light bulbs that he uses that he's quite satisfied with. And also another subscriber, TrailWalker, had suggested a KC HiLiTE replacement headlight unit that's halogen, and he speaks highly of those lights, and I'll put those in the description as well. And yeah, that's about it. I thought I'd share the experience with you, and please feel free to put any comments in the comments section below and let me know what you think or what you might recommend. Thank you. Now let's hear from our subscribers.
And now for subscribers tips.
This week's subscriber tip comes from our sleeping camping platform video 2, the build of the platform. Hey Cheaper Jeeper TV, thanks for the video project. Question on timestamp 844. I'm assuming the bottom dimension is 30 inches instead of 36 since the overall length is 39 minus 6 and also the slope roughly 3 inches. Thanks again, love your videos. Misbehaving JLUR. Hey Misbehaving JLUR, good catch, sorry about that. But what I've done is I've gone and I've updated the article on the website with the appropriate measurements. So any of you who want to go and check it out can go there. And while you're there, you can check out some of the other articles. Hey, well that's it for this week's episode of Cheaper Jeeper TV. It was a bit of a frustrating experience for me, but I'm open to hearing what some of your suggestions might be, and I'm looking forward to seeing them in the comments section below. Until the next time, I'm Dino for Cheaper Jeeper TV, the show that helps you get the most for your money so that you get the most for your Jeep. Be well, stay safe, take care.